Unit 7. Television. Thank you. Thought. Thick. Thin. Though. That. Then.
Them.
Thursday. Third. Healthy. Feather. Clothing. Think. Them. Smooth. Mother. Thing. There. Weather. Those. Anything. Brother. They. Month. Birthday. Bathtub. Another. So what do you want to watch on TV tonight? Well, what's on? There's a reality show on at 7 on Channel 5. No. You know I don't like reality shows. I mean, they usually show people doing crazy things like, eating live fish or swimming in a pool of snakes. I don't like any of that. Okay, well, how about watching a documentary on the life of panda bears in the wild? Personally, I'd like to watch something with a little bit more action. Well then, here's something. Do you want to watch Star Wars? No, I've seen it a million times. I'd like to see something different. Okay, let's see here. Oh, how about this? On Channel 2 at 9, there's a show called Learning English with Doraemon. You have some English exercises left. English exercises. Oh, I'm so tired. I think I'm going to bed now. You're going to bed? Yeah, I have to get up early tomorrow. Good night. Okay. There's a basketball game on right now, but I guess you can catch the score in tomorrow's newspaper. Oh, okay. I'll stay up a little while. We can watch the game. I thought you'd change your mind. I'll get the popcorn. Unit 8. Sports and games. Air. Pair. Fair. Dare. Share. Ear. Near. Here. Clear. Dear. 1. Could you hear me clearly? 2. That is my favorite chair. 3. Look at that bear. He's so big. 4. She broke into tears when she heard the news. 5. Don't run downstairs or you may break your leg. 6. Milk, butter and cheese are called dairy products. 7. Did you really think that I was going to hurt you? 8. We are going to take part in the book fair next month. 9. Don't stare at me like that. 10. Do you think that the air in the city is less polluted than the air in the countryside? Real, square, care, area, where, clear, near, where, there, dear. Rio Olympics 2016. The Olympics started over 2,700 years ago. They take place every 4 years, and each Olympic Games takes place in a different city across the world. In 2016, the Olympics are being held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The Olympic torch relay will begin on the 21st of April and will end on the 5th of August. The opening ceremony will take place on the 5th of August, and the closing ceremony will occur on the 21st of August, 2016. During the Olympic Games, teams from 200 countries will compete with more than 10,000 athletes competing in the first round of the 2016 Olympic Games. The qualifying events began in 2014, and the official list of athletes will be available shortly before the Games begin. There will be 136 medals for women, 161 medals for men, and 9 mixed medals. Unit 9. Cities of the World. O. Show, close, bowl, those. I. Shy, nice, fine, tight. Bow, phoned, town, foal, hose, no, mouse, crowded, whole, house, trousers, crown, blows, foul, ground, how, load, blouse, howl, groaned. Sunny, ride, philosophy, spring, pride, might, fly, sky, think, shine, night, ridden, sing, thigh, raise, skiing, slim, height, chicken, rise. In May, I went on holiday to Paris with my friend. We had a great time there. In the first few days, we did a lot of sightseeing. We saw many beautiful places, such as the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, and other usual tourist attractions. I took hundreds of photos. One day, we got lost on our way back to the hotel. It didn't matter, because we found a really good market with lots of little stalls. They sold just about everything, from apples to antiques. We bought many lovely souvenirs there. We spent a lot of money, but I felt very happy. I think those were the best days. Paris is worth visiting. Unit 10. Our house in the future. Dr. Drunken. Drop. Drought. Dried. Tree. Trick. Treat. Track. Drown, drug, trumpet, drain, traffic, dried, dream, drum, treasures, truck, travel, trousers, tropical, trust, dread, dropped, trouble, drink, android, train. Some types of houses in Britain. 1. A tower block is a very tall building of over 20 stories. It is divided into flats and offices. reinforced concrete is used in their construction, and they are called skyscrapers in the USA. 2. A semi-detached house is a house joined to another house on one side only, by a shared wall. They usually have an upstairs and a downstairs and a small garden, and can be found in the suburbs. 3. A detached house is a house which stands alone, with nothing on either side. A garden usually surrounding the whole house keeps it separate from the other houses in the street. They are mainly built in the residential areas of towns or cities. 4. A cottage is a small house in the countryside. Traditional cottages had a thatched roof. Nowadays, many cottages have been renovated and have become very fashionable on the property market. Unit 11. Our Greener World. R. Dark. Mark. Large. Shark. A. Black. Pack. Track. Crack. One. A. Bar. B. Paddle. C. Start. D. Hard. 2. A. Father. B. Cat. C. Calculate. D. Slack. 3. A. Carp. B. Laugh. C. Perhaps. D. Draft. 4. A. Pan. B. Latter. C. Shall. D. Smart. 5. A. Aunt. B. Black. C. Heart. D. Laurel. 6. A. Guard. B. Unhappy. C. Hand. D. Slang. 7. A. Bar. B. Guard. C. Heart. D. Bank. 8. A. Thanks. B. Rank. C. Hearken. D. mallet. 9. A. Father. B. Start. C. Narrow. D. Hard. 10. A. Candle. B. Marvelous. C. Captain. D. Manner. Thatch. Aunt. Shark. Sad. Sharp. Heart. Dam. Fan. Hard. Fat. Without water, life could not exist. Because water is essential to all life, we must manage it intelligently and carefully. We think there is plenty of it. Oceans, lakes, rivers and streams. It may even seem as though we have more than we need. However, the real situation is not like that, because 97% of the water on Earth is salt water stored in the oceans. Only about 3% of the Earth's water is fresh water, and most of that is locked up in ice caps and glaciers. Water is essential to people in more ways than you might think. We need water for cooking, bathing, transportation, and recreation. We eat aquatic plants and animals. We use water to irrigate our crops and to manufacture products. There will never be more water on Earth than there is now. The same water is simply recycled over and over again. In other words, the water we are using now is the very same water that dinosaurs used to drink millions of years ago. Unit 12. Robots. Oi. Noise. Moisture. Soy. Coin. Owl. Trousers. Drought. Mouse. Town. Boy. Doubt. Voice. Destroy. Crown. Found. Coin. South. Power. Oil. Cloud. Toy. Tower. Point. Drown. Boil. Mouth. Joy. Enjoy. Coward. Robots are part of our everyday lives. There are robots that clean our houses, robots that help us learn, and robots that keep us safe. ROVs are robots that ocean explorers use to reach places in the ocean where humans can't go yet. They go where people can't, so we can learn about all the animals that live down there. The robots have little cameras that send pictures back to a computer, and hands that collect samples. The Mars Rover is a robot that was sent to Mars and has been sending pictures back to Earth so we can learn about Mars. You might even have a robot in your house. There are a lot of robots that are toys. Most of them work with a remote control. A Roomba is a robot that can sweep, vacuum, or mop your floor.